Yes, ma'am.
Girls, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, good morning. So you can see the stars over here in this slide. Can you see the stars?
Yes.
Group of stars.
Yes.
Yes. So please read, Vita. How do we measure the distance between the stars?
The distance between the various celestial objects like stars and planets plus are expressed in the unit of light year. 1 light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Light years is equal to 9.46 star 10 to the power 12 on screen.
Yeah. Now,
Power 12 light year is the unit of distance after the nearest distance. Sorry, star is
okay.
Proxima Centauri. And what's that?
Proxima Centauri.
Centauri. The distance between Proxima Centauri is 4.3 light years.
Okay, thank you, Vita. So how do you measure the distance in universe? It is always measured in light year. What it is, Vita? We call about kilometer, meter. Remember that? But in universe, in space, we measure it with the help of light year. You understood, Vita?
Yes.
Yes.
Because, for example, the sun is almost 150 million kilometer away from the earth. So how can we measure? We will use light year. So these large distances are expressed in another unit known as light year. So what is it actually? It is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. What we know, the speed of light is about 3 lakh kilometer per second. How much it is, beta? The speed of light? 3 lakh kilometer per second. So the distance of the sun from the earth, we can say about 8 light minutes. Okay. And then the distance of Alpha Centauri that we talked about is about 4.3 light years. You can understand? This is how we are measuring the units in the or the distance in the space. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the distance between the heavenly bodies or the celestial objects. For example, it may be between stars, it may be between stars and planets. Okay? So the unit is light year, and this 1 light year is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Okay? What it is 9.46 raised to 10 to the power 12 into 10 to the power 12 light year. And the nearest star is the Proxima Centauri. Okay? And the distance between Proxima Centauri and Alpha Centauri is 4.3 light years. So you consider this is the star, the Proxima Centauri that we are talking about. This is the star. Okay? Understood, beta?
Yes.
So the distance from the Earth to Proxima Centauri, that is the nearest star, how much it is? 4.24 light years. How much is it, beta? 4.24
4.24.
light years. So this is the distance between, can you see this? This is the distance between the stars. Understood, beta? It's just for your
Yes.
reference, nothing else. You don't have to mug up, you don't have to remember. It's just for your reference. I've given you it.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
Now we'll talk about the group of stars which is making a shape in the sky. That is called as constellation. What it is called, beta? Constellation.
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 Okay. When you see at the sky for some time, you can see some stars making groups. Okay? And they have shapes. These stars, which are forming a group and which has got a recognizable shape, is called as constellation. What it is called, beta? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So it is giving you shape, and this is called this constellation. And this constellation came into being by ancient people. Ancient means the people who were in Greek ages, maybe. So they were able to recognize stars in the sky, and the shapes of this constellation they were resembling objects which are familiar to those people, which they came to know that yes, I can identify these objects. And if you see the night sky, you can also identify certain constellation. Okay, you understand better? I will ask you to do that whenever you go to your farmhouse or uh, you go to a village. If you observe the sky, you will be able to see constellation. Okay, let's begin what it is all about. Start better.
Constellation, the group of stars which appear to form some recognizable shape or pattern, is known as constellation. Each constellation has been given a name signifying an animal, a human being, or some other object which it appears to be to res- resemble. Some of the important constellations we can see during night sky are
Ursa Major,
Ursa Major,
Orion,
Jorion, Jorion,
Cassiopeia,
Cassiopeia,
Leo
Delio
Major.
Major, Delio
Leo Major.
Major.
So these are the name of constellation. What are those? Ursa Major, Orion, Cassiopeia, Leo Major. So what is it? Constellation? Can you explain better? You have read it already. Can you explain? I've also defined it. Can you tell me what is constellation? Can anyone explain constellation better? Yes, girls. It's a group of stars. Yes, can you? Someone was trying, I think so. Tamanna, can you better? It's a group of stars which resemble certain shape. That is so. Constellation is what? It's a group of stars which shows certain shape, maybe of a human, of an animal, or an object. That is called constellation. Now have you
Yes.
understood? What is this constellation name as? Ursa Major, Orion, Cassiopeia, or Leo Major. Okay. Now you remember all
Okay, ma'am.
this, what you call this, your birth zodiac signs. Do you know this zodiac signs? Hello. Do you know zodiac signs? When you are born, you get those names like Sagittarius, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. All these are zodiac signs. Do you understand
Yes.
that? This is all come from constellation. Understood, all of you? So we say now, are you a Virgo? Are you a Pisces? Are you a Leo? Don't you say that? Because our birth date comes in that period. You understand? Okay, these are all made by stars. Let's see the first one as Ursa Major constellation. How does it look like? Please.
Some major constellations. Some major constellation consist of seven bright stars which are arranged in a pattern resembling somewhat a big bear. The Ursa Major's constellation is visible during the summer season. We can we can locate the position of pole star in the night sky with the help of Ursa Major constellation. The Ursa Major constellation appears to revolve around the pole star in the night sky.
Understood? I think I taught you the pole star yesterday. Not yesterday, I think on Saturday. Yes, I taught you about the pole star.
Yes.
Yes, fine. Now we are arranging pole star with a Ursa Major constellation. Have you heard of Saptarishi? Hello, have you heard of Saptarishi, the constellation? This is Ursa Major. In Hindi, it is called as Saptarishi. Got it? So there were seven sages. Rishis means saints or sages. So that's how it's been named. So Ursa Major constellation had got seven bright stars, and it looks like a big bear. Okay, and summer season it is available. You can see in summer season, not in winter. Remember the position of pole star in the night sky. You can get it with the help of Ursa Major constellation. So how does it look like when you see at the night time in the night sky? This Ursa Major seems to be revolving around the pole star. You understand? So you can find out that this is the pole star and Ursa Major is moving around the pole star. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. I will show you how it does it look like. See, this is bear, isn't it? This is Saptarishi.
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll talk about Orion constellation. What we'll talk about? Orion
Orion
constellation.
constellation. Orion constellation. The Orion constellation
Just
consists
a moment.
of
Just a
seven.
moment. Just a moment, beta. Here, which are the stars that we are going to take, beta? This is one,
Two,
two,
three, four,
four,
five,
5, 6,
six,
7.
seven.
These are the Saptarishi, 7 stars. This is the Great Bear constellation. You understand?
Yes.
Understood? Now we'll talk about Orion constellation. Please read it.
The Orion constellation consists of seven or eight bright stars. The Orion constellation is visible to us in the sky during winter season. The brightest star in the sky is called Sirius.
Okay. I want to say something more about this one. Ursa Major is Great Bear. That this is also known as Big Dipper. What is the other name of Saptarishi? So there are three names. First is Ursa Major. Yes, beta. Hello.
Ursa Major,
Then Great Bear,
Great Bear,
Big Dipper,
Big Dipper,
Saptarishi.
Saptarishi.
You understood now? So this is also known as Big Dipper. Okay, right? So seven stars you can see. It also look like a question mark, doesn't it? It looks like a question mark, or it looks like a big spoon. Doesn't it look like a big spoon? Does it look like a big spoon? Yes? Tell me. It looks like a big spoon. So this is the handle, isn't it? This is the handle, and this is bowl, isn't it? So it looks like a big spoon. Understood, better? So this is named on ancient Indian sages or rishis. Okay, and these sages, the names of these sages, which had who had knowledge of Vedas, and they used to explain it to people in every new age. You understand better? Because they are names of sages, obviously it's not so important, so I won't be naming them. But this is named on the rishis or munis of ancient India. Okay? So the Orion constellation again has got seven or eight stars. Okay, beta? It's got seven or eight stars, and it is seen in the sky during winter season. See, Great Bear was seen in the summer season, and Orion is seen in the winter season. You understand? You understood better? And in the late
Yes,
evenings, you
ma'am.
can see very beautiful constellation in the sky. It's also known as Hunter. What is the other name of Orion? Hunter. What it is known as, beta? Hunter. Okay? Now we'll see over here. You see this? This is the Hunter. There are three stars. There are three stars. This is called as belt. So the three middle stars, it represents the belt of the hunter. And the four bright stars, can you see this four bright stars?
Yes.
This one. It is a quadrilateral. What it is? Quadrilateral.
Quadrilateral.
Got it now? Understood better?
Yes, ma'am.
And the brightest star Sirius is very closely arranged or located to Orion. When you pass this three stars, you get Sirius. When you pass this stars, you get a Sirius.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, ma'am.
So when you see over here on the east, you will get Sirius over here. What you will get? Sirius. Understood? On the
Serious.
left hand side, yes, towards the east. So this is the brightest star which is known as Sirius. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Now we come to Cassiopeia. Please read.
Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia constellation consists of five main stars. The Cassiopeia constellation is thought represent queen seated on chair. Cassiopeia constellation is
Visible.
visible during winter.
Now this is another prominent, very important constellation in the northern sky. It is again visible during winter in the early part of the night, and it looks like a W or M. How does it look like? W or M, and it's made up of five main stars, and it looks as if there's a queen who is sitting on a chair. Got it, beta? This is how it looks like. Can you see this? So how many stars it has, beta? One, two,
Two,
three,
three,
four, five. Is it
five.
clear? Five stars. It looks like
Yes.
W or M. You can take it in any form. Understood, beta? Hello. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what have we learned? We have learned about uh, Ursa Major, which is known as Big Dipper, Great Bear, or Saptarishi. Then we have come to know about Orion, which is also known as Hunter, and we can find out Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. And the third one we talk about Cassiopeia, which looks like either W or M. Now the fourth one that we are going to talk about is Leo Major constellation. Please read with me. Please read.
Leo Major. Leo Major constellation. Leo Major constellation usually consists of nine main stars. Leo means lion. Leo Major constellation is visible during summer.
So this is made up of nine important stars, and you know that Leo means lion, and it is visible during summer. See how it looks like. This is how it looks like. This is the tail, this is the body. Can you see this? This is the lion. Understood? Understood, beta? This is how it looks like. Lion. Got it? Now we come about to know more about solar system. So we have finished with the constellation. Any problem? Girls, any problem with the solar with the constellations?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Now we come to solar system. Read better.
Solar system consists of the sun, the eight planets and their satellites, and millions of smaller celestial objects such as asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. The eight planets of solar system, according to their order, are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The gravitational pull of the sun keeps all the planets and the other objects revolving around.
Okay. Revolving around where? Sun, obviously, isn't it? Isn't it, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
What a solar system has? It has sun in the middle, and the eight planets moving around it, and the satellites moving around the planets. Understood? And there's so many small heavenly objects which are also moving in the solar system, namely asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. Eight planets that we are going to study in this chapter are placed in order of Mercury first. So, next to Sun, who comes? Mercury, followed by Venus, then Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. How come they are moving in their orbit? How they don't collide with each other? Because they have the gravitational pull. The Sun is keeping all these planets moving in the orbits with the gravitational pull. Okay? And the satellite is also moving around the planets with the gravitational pull. All of you understood? All of you understood,
Yes.
beta? See, this is how it looks like. This is Sun. Then we have Mercury first, then Venus. Earth, you can see blue. Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn. Yes, then Uranus and Neptune. You all agree?
Neptune.
Neptune. The
No.
last one is Neptune. See, can you see this? And only Saturn has got
Yes.
this. Can you see this? Saturn has got this beautiful wing. And Jupiter is the biggest. Can you see this? Jupiter is the biggest of all. Okay? The same thing, I'm trying to show you the structure or the size. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Look at the size of Jupiter, which is followed by Saturn. So Jupiter is the biggest, then Saturn. Then we have Uranus. Then we have Neptune. Isn't it? And all these planets are so small. Can you see that? Yes, beta? Even Earth is so small. This is the size. This is how it is moving around the sun. The first thing that we are going to study is regarding sun. Please read, beta. What is sun?
Sun. The sun is a star. It it is a star around Earth and other planets which revolve. The sun is a star having a system of planets around it, with life on one of its planets called Earth. The sun is an extremely hot object having temperature 6000 degrees Celsius. The sun is not a solid object. The sun consists mostly of hydrogen gas. The sun is the main source of heat and light energy for all the planets of the solar system and their satellites.
Did you understand something? Whatever you read out just now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So earlier, did you know that we were having nine planets in the solar system? Did you know that, beta? Pluto was also the ninth planet. Yes or no?
Yes.
Hello. Did you know that Pluto was the ninth planet?
Yes.
Now, what is the name given to it? Dwarf planet. What is the name?
Dwarf planet.
Dwarf planet. It is removed from the solar system. So, till 2006, there were nine planets. Agree? And Pluto was the last planet from the sun, the farthest planet from the sun. Pluto was the last planet, remember that. And in 2006, the International Astronomical Union, that is IAU, they made a new definition of a planet, and Pluto did not fit in this definition. So it is no longer a planet in our solar system. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? And that's why it was removed from the solar system. Let's talk about sun. It is the nearest star, you agree? From us, it is the nearest star from us. Yes? And what is doing? It is continuously giving out lots of heat and light. Yes? And you also agree that the sun is the only source of energy to the earth. And even it gives the light and heat to all the planets which is in the solar system. All of you agree?
Yes.
Because planets do not have their own light. They don't have their own light. So they are brightly lit by the light of the sun. So Earth and planets are revolving around the sun. So sun along with planets and the life and the planet which has got life is called as Earth. So we all make a solar system. Sun, the planets, the satellites all make solar system. Sun is made up of gas, we know that. It's a very hot object and it's almost got 6,000 degrees Celsius, that's the temperature. It's mainly made up of hydrogen gas and it gives out heat and light energy for all the planets to shine. Okay, even you can see the moon. Moon is shining. How come it is shining, beta? It is shining due to the sunlight. Remember that. Because even you know that satellite does not have their own light. So planets, satellites, they all shine with the help of sunlight. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now this is sun. I just give you, you can see this emission is red and see this is one streak coming out. Can you see this? Like
Yes.
this. These are called as sun flares. What it is called as better? Sun flares.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving you again extra information. These are known as sun flares. Even here you can see these are the patches where you can see bright lights, yes or no? That means reactions are
Yes.
happening over here. Okay? You see this? Got it?
Yes.
Again I will show you some more sun flares. See, can you see this?
Yes.
These are all sun flares. See here. Can you see this? This one. Can you see this, beta? These are all sun
Yes.
flares. And this is how sun looks like in the sky. See, brightly lit, isn't it? Okay. More about sun. Please read
Sun located 93
into 10 raised to power 6. Am I right?
what ma'am?
Into 10 raised to power 6.
To
How
10
many
raised
zeros are
about
there? There are 6 zeros, isn't it? So just multiply by 10 raised to 6 miles from Earth. So this is how far it is located from Earth. This is the closest star to Earth, isn't it?
at least 4.5 billion years old, has a surface temperature of 10,000 degrees and a center temperature
Of 27
27
into 27 into 10 raised to power 6
27 into 10 raised to power 6
degrees
degrees
Fahrenheit.
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 Okay, so how far is the sun? It is 93 into 10 raised to power 6 miles from Earth. So far it is. But it is the closest star to Earth, and this is 4.5 billion old. 4.5 billion years old sun is. Can you imagine the age? The surface temperature is 10,000 degrees. You can imagine. We burn when the water is 100 degree. We burn, isn't it, Vika? And this is 100 degree. I'm talking. This is 10,000 degrees. Can you imagine what's the temperature? And the temperature at the center is 27 to 10 is over 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this is the
Yes.
sun. This is the sun.
Yes.
More to sun, please. Read better.
The sun.
If you are able to
The
read,
sun gives.
otherwise I will
Yeah.
read.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
The sun gives off energy as electromagnetic radiation that includes light, infrared energy, heat, ultraviolet light, and radio waves. It also gives off a stream of particles which reaches Earth as solar wind. The source of all this energy is a reaction in the star which turns hydrogen into helium and makes huge amounts of energy.
Fine. Again, some more to sun. Sun is giving energy. You agree?
Yes,
What is this energy known as? Electromagnetic radiation. What is this energy known as, beta?
electromagnetic radiation.
The light that you're getting is electromagnetic radiation. Now it has got light, infrared energy, UV light, and radio waves. So it all consists of all these type of waves. Also, it is giving stream of particles which is coming to Earth as solar wind. Okay, hot temperature. Remember that this source comes from where? How it comes? How is it possible? Because certain reactions are happening in the star or in the sun. So we know that the sun is made up of hydrogen gas. So what happens is hydrogen gas unites the nuclear fusion. What is this called as? Nuclear fusion. So it becomes helium. What it becomes? Helium. So when it becomes helium atom, lots of energy is produced by the nuclear fusion of hydrogen atom. And that's the energy we get from the sun. So we are getting huge amount of energy when there's a nuclear fusion of hydrogen element to form helium element. Do you understand?
Yes,
Can you read?
the sun is a star like many others in our Milky Way galaxy.
So what is a
It has
galaxy called this? Milky Way galaxy.
Yes.
The solar system is in Milky Way galaxy. Is it clear?
Galaxy.
Okay.
Yes. It has existed for a little over 4.5 billion years and is going to continue